Good afternoon, good evening, and hello, friends. Today, on our version of Hear Me Right, we have Georgina William. She is the founding director of Steam the Light for women and youth in the African community, majoring in creating an enabling environment for the rural women and youth in self-help innovations and principles of creating aspirations. She believes in creating interventions for women to realize their potential rather than craving for opportunities. From Hear Me Right, she's expecting to create a strong bond between us and her. She also needs to know more about me, the founder director of Storm in a Teacup Foundation. And she expects that our bonding will be establishing a pool of knowledge and experience and able to network more. So please let us welcome Georgina Williams to the show today. Hello. And today,
Hello.
yes, today I would like to introduce you to a wonderful person who is working for women empowerment in Uganda. Over to you, William
Yes.
Prosper. Yes, could you please tell us something about yourself?
My name is Ndole William Prosper. I come from East Africa, basically in Uganda. And the district is called the Kagadi district, is in Midwestern Uganda, the Great Lake region. I'm a teacher by profession. I'm a teacher of vocational agriculture. I teach in secondary. The school is called Notre Dame Academy, Girls School Busesa in Kivale district. I grew up I was raised by a woman, a peasant woman in a rural community. So I've gotten a lot of experience, a lot of hassles I went through, and with my brothers alongside, we suffered so much because we were being cared for by uneducated woman who didn't have money, who is a peasant farmer. So I had a lot of problems in my life throughout education, even up to now, basically, generally, as you see, like, especially now here, issues are to get employed, maybe by the government. You must be from a certain kind of family. Who raised you up? Whom are you connected to for you to get access to what to do, to have something to earn? You must be connected to someone. You must be from a well-to-do family. So most of us who are coming from such kind of background, we are the majority in the community. So when I was going through campus university, I was thinking, how should we manage this problem? So I was thinking through. So from my university, I came up with an idea. What if this woman is empowered now? Because the way I saw my mother is not like other women. My mother was able to buy some land, so we would do that peasantry work, digging, tilling land, peasantry work all through. But then, peasantry work using hand hoes, djembe, and the machetes cannot produce all that much. So you would find the income is very little. We would only eat meat on Easter and most times on Christmas. By coincidence, if maybe the goat you are raising is killed by the rope or that goes an accident, and that's when you would get a chance to eat on meat. So there are so many families around who are undergoing such kind of problems, even more than that. So I came up to say, if a woman is empowered, it's only the woman who is remaining behind, because women are very, very curious, very intelligent, but only even history has disregarded them as if they are not all that important, yet they have a wealth of skills, they have a wealth of wisdom. If only that power potential is tapped into, this world we see Africa is lagging behind all the time. We are lagging behind all the time in everything. Third world countries. Why must we be third? We are third, actually, even sad. We are sad in the communities. We are very sad, malnourished, uneducated. So all these problems, if a woman is put on a certain level, so that's why I came up with an idea of starting an NGO, which is basically moving to the communities, skilling this woman. A woman should not leave the home to come in the city to do something. A youth should not majorly leave the home to come in the city to do something. But you basically sit at home, do vegetable growing, fruit growing, keep some birds at home, all we look through is have projects that are bringing in income.
Okay.
Yes.
I have just one question
Yes.
in that. When you are asking them to grow the vegetables, are they asked to go and sell in the market their produce, or do you have a community system where you collect the produce and sell it for them? Because especially women with young kids, it is going to be very tough for them to go and sell themselves. So how do you go about that?
Actually, our model basically is we are looking at an integration. Like now we have the youth who don't want to be in the village there to do that kind of digging, tilling land and so forth. So we want them now, because now I love to see this ICT to be connected to that very project. So let the women and some youth who want to be, actually when they see the value, the products coming out. So we want some centers, let them open up centers, let them use the social media. Now we have this platform, like now I got you on Facebook. I'd never seen you, had never seen me, but because the passion I saw on the profile, that your connection is much to what I desire, what my aspiration is. So I had now to connect to you, because I knew that you're going to add value on me. So that's how we connected. So these youths are going to be able now to use ICT instead of just staying all the time on social media, spending all the resources on social media, chatting what is not benefiting. So we can create very many platforms around. So these youth, because they are able to use now the phones, they're able to use the computers, we want to create a hub where they can innovate, they can open up e-markets. They're able now to communicate to various places, then also research more on how we can add value. We said raw products. If it is
so have you
vegetables,
been
they are in
able
raw
to
form.
Yeah, sorry, William. I just questions are coming based on what you are talking. Have you been able to segregate the groups? Like we have, when we are talking about women self-help group, one is for vegetable. Soap making is a very lucrative business. Now with COVID, we have got this sanitizing making. It takes barely around 2.5 hours to 3 hours to teach, and there is the sanitizer business that is also very lucrative. So have you been able to identify the women who are ready to go into business like that? Means what I
Yes, so
can
far
do
we have
from my side, what I can do is I can like hold a class where you use your laptop like you're talking to me, and there are 15-20 women around, and from my house I show them how to make it, give them 7 days, tell them to make a product because they need that certain thing to make a product. Then from my side I can also help with a business plan, basic business plan, where they go and talk to say 10 neighbors. 5 people will buy from them, but they slowly build up their business. So from my side, have you been able to identify the self-help groups? Like what, like vegetable making, you are already started with production of the vegetable. If I talk about soap making, if I talk about like I'm talking the basic things skills right now which the world requires, sanitizers, someone who has completed their matric, we can think of putting them for virtual assistants through ICT. You must have heard about that also, that they can do anytime they're available for any part of the world. So is it possible for you to identify the women groups? Do you have that sort of
yeah,
women groups that can do, like I said, help in selling vegetables that you have already started, soap making, making sanitizers, and virtual assistant, writing writing a CV? This gets very fast money. So you have that skill set with you already, you have that sort of base with you. Do you have that sort of base with you, people, women who can do
yeah,
that?
that is in a sorry.
Yes, that sort of people you have already in your NGO. You have marked those people in your NGO.
I'm not getting you well.
I think my voice, yeah, can you hear me now? Have
Your
you
voice is low.
identified, yeah, have you identified the women who are ready to take up the self-help skills that we can provide them?
Yeah, we started in February to identify the groups.
Okay, so
But
you
then
have that.
incidentally now,
Okay.
we are interfered now with this lockdown. You are not allowed
Yeah,
to move
yeah,
here. So we are
yeah.
just locked within our premises. We are not allowed to move across. Then the other issue is now the issue of technology. That's why I'm trying to I want to rectify it later in future. That's why I'm talking about the ICT hub. These things are going to be so hectic, but we shall be
Exactly, yeah.
there. my hope is we shall be there, because now with this technology, that's why I talk about a woman. It doesn't need this muscle now that you carry this big luggage. You have you have this IQ. Now a woman in the rural community here has a phone, can only make a phone call, or if waits to someone to be called. But now with this smartphone, this woman is able to do a multiplicity of activities.
Okay.
So with ICT, I'm trying to project to that. So when I get people on board like you, we're going to achieve so much with this community of Africa.
No, the reason why I'm asking you, William, I am an ambassador of Walpurse, you must have seen. So Walpurse is a community where we build up, we get funds, we are associated, and we build up our community, especially our women communities. So if you get associated with Walpulse and you bring in all these women, we have funding opportunities also. So we have all these, we have all these funding opportunities based on the type of plans that you have, and we support the women till they are capable, or at least till they are starting to earn based on the workshop. Because it's virtual, I will need you to be the you can say the person, the contact person behind us and the woman you are with. So you will be the main contact person. So if you are interested in joining World Pulse, because I am a Storm in a Teacup is my foundation that is working on behalf of World Pulse for reaching out to women in Africa. So are you ready to take that step or joining into World Pulse? Do you think you are ready for that?
It's so much welcome, madam.
Okay.
I'm so much willing to take up that step.
Because it is
that
going
is very
to be like,
fundamental.
I won't say that it's going to be easy for you, because when you're starting something from the ground level, even if you have the resources, even if you have got money, you still have to pursue people that they have to work hard. Because right now they are just invested, like you said, like chatting on the phone, or invested full time in bringing up their family. For them to be confident enough to understand that they can contribute to their family in terms of money, it is you who is going to be able to pursue them. So do you think you are confident of doing that, pursuing the people, the women, that they can become earning members of their family?
I didn't get the question well. Come again.
Okay, I asked that since you are the link between me on behalf of World Pulse and this woman, are you able to do things, because you have to pressurize them initially, check that they are setting up the work, check that they're doing the work. You have to give that much amount of pressure on them and pursue them so that they become contributing members, contributing not the way they are doing now, contributing in terms of money, bringing in money for the family. Are they ready to talk on that? Can you set up a meeting with a few women from, so that I can motivate them that, see, this is what we want you to do, this is what we will provide, and this is where I need your promise. And this is the
I'm so much
promise.
willing. And
no, it's not only you, I will need women also. Like we have this Zoom, like I'm saying Zoom now. So if you can get a few women, we talk to them about that. We have to build, that team has to be built now, that this team is going to work on this. Then we can think of setting up workshops. Got it? So are they ready to start or join workshop through your ICT, like I am doing right now through Zoom? Are they ready for that?
Yes, that is very possible. I can arrange and we align for that meeting, and this can be a point of contact. This is very, very profound.
Yes, because you have to pest them, because like you see, it's normally because they have got used to certain thing in life. They have to break the mold and come out. It will be, as a mother, I can understand, it will take them a bit of time managing their kids, managing their family responsibility, then coming and getting that extra work. So I think we can start. Only thing we can, like I can say right now, is let us start, let us chalk out a plan, and then once they are knowledgeable, then we can think of starting pushing them into business. The first, they have to be given the knowledge. Is that okay?
That is very okay, madam.
Okay, okay, absolutely fine. And you tell me, like, you talk to the woman, you tell me, what do you feel, what is their expectations from you? You must be knowing something. What are they expecting from you?
Actually, I brought a model. Maybe I've not. It was by just accident. I forgot a bit. Some model I brought first. When I come to a woman, I talk to her. I don't show her that you maybe being dominated by a man is a problem. So now you have to react like that. No, I tell them, with life you have to create a vision. So it is this vision which is pulling you, no matter regardless of the situation where you are. Wherever you are a creator. And what creates this momentum for you to move forward is don't look at the situation, don't be reactive to the situation, be visionary and be a creator. Look at 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, segment them in 2 phases. Then maybe you can have a plan of 5 years. Then we break them into smaller action steps. We say in the first year, now that is a given action step which is going to meet the vision for the 5 years. We break it into now level months, in 2 weeks, so that we can progressively advance. So people are moved by aspirations they want to achieve, in regards to circumstances where they are. Because if we talk about problem solving, when you solve the problem and the problem is done, what next? We are looking at creating. So that's why I love your concept that now you want to connect with us. And when you bring in, maybe even the skin color can influence much. Actually, the women are very, very much positive. Now with this lockdown, it has brought a lot of issues now out for women. Remember, when it was normal,
Everywhere,
women would go to work. If she conceives and delivers, she's taken to go home and she does not receive the salary. If she receives the salary, it is cut half. A man is receiving full salary. Others are not even, they don't own land. Women here majorly here in Uganda, because I've not been to other countries.
Majority,
But
none of
women
us,
here in Uganda,
women holding land is a very rare thing. That's something surprising. Means I'm Indian in South Africa, and for even me, and educated and everything, owning a land is never a woman's right. Means I think your mother is one of the lucky few who had access to land which she could own. Yes, it is a rare thing that a woman has access to land which is in her name wherever in the world you see. So we have to think
even
of
other
women
assets,
with nothing. We think of
even
their,
other assets.
yes.
Even other assets they don't own. Even other assets they are not allowed.
Nothing.
They're
Yes,
not even given the right to make a decision in the family, because
exactly.
they see they looked at what is your contribution. Womanizers, some men are womanizers. They leave you with kids, and you find this woman is struggling to sell some boiled cassava on the streets, trying to capital of maybe, I don't know, below $1. That is very, very awkward. She has this family. Now, what do you expect? Will those kids be successful? You will find now, majority now who are going to be affected are the girls, because they will be prone to sexual abuse, they will be prone to unwanted pregnancies, and they will drop out of school. That's why you have high levels of backwardness, especially in Africa. You women, you are so intelligent, and I want to tap into that experience. Hello? Hello?
Signal went off. That's what is happening. That's why I thought that taking the screen off will help. So what I was asking, in South Africa, the places where I work, girls has already been facing gender-based violence, abuse, because they are stuck at homes, and it is a very scary situation. Means, and I'm sure that
Yes.
same situation is everywhere. So for the young girls, like you have talked about the women, for these girls aged 10 to 18, what are you providing right now in your NGO? What are you doing?
Sorry?
For the 10 to 18-year-olds girl, what are the options you are providing them right now, like, so that they can continue with schooling, so that they can do their education? What are your what is anything that your NGO is providing for them, for this segment, this young very young girls?
I think, madam,
Yeah.
later we shall adopt our own literature, because I see the educational system we have is not
Okay.
even helping. For
Okay.
example, the education we have is teach me, I'm a fish, I must climb a tree. Then I remain a fool because I can't climb a tree. I remain a fool. You put me under the tree, climb the tree, I can't. So with our approach, we are sure, even if either someone goes that formal kind of education,
Yeah.
let him acquire that little skills. But it will not help because after that, when you
Yeah.
graduate, they tell you now you're
Exactly.
going into that world. The world is not easy. You're going to suffer. But
Yeah.
you spend my time, you spend all my resources. I've spent everything on this, and it's not going to help me. But this is very helping because if I teach you how to make a cake,
Yeah.
how to make a biscuits, now you're looking at numbers. Who does
Yeah.
not eat? We are looking into that. If someone starts a restaurant, those are simple things we are looking into. That is very practical. But when you go
Okay.
there and study photosynthesis, where do you apply photosynthesis? You see?
Okay.
So
Okay.
such things. But now here, we are very direct. We are very specific to the situation. You
Okay.
can prepare your good delicacy, and people are looking forward to it. And there are very many people doing that.
Yes.
Making clothes, who does not dress? Everybody puts on. So we look at specific numbers. That's going to be helpful
Okay.
because it is very practical. That's why I
Yeah.
love it. In regards to the other kind of education, where we are wasting a lot of time, wasting a lot of resources, and we cannot be employed. Myself, I will never work for the government because
No,
I
you
was
can't.
brought up
Yeah.
by a very poor woman. How will my children be? You see, because I'm
No, there
suffering, they will
are
also be
so many. No,
suffering.
working for the
Yeah,
government is not easy. Even if you have a government job, I personally feel that there are so many things that you can do if you have to work with the government. There are
mm,
so many limitations every country has. So if you
yeah,
really want to do for the people, you have to work individually and create your own groups like the way you are doing. That's the only way to go, because if you are going for the government, they have the resources, but again, there are many people who need the resources. So when your time comes, it is
yeah.
not always necessary that you will have that option of getting the funds or getting the resources or getting the people with you to help. So a government
Ah,
is binded by so many things. Any government in any part of the world is binded by so many things. That's why people like you, the NGOs like you, are needed in the world. So the more we have,
yeah,
we go into collaboration, like with me on behalf of Storm in a Teacup, go into collaboration with you and guide you and setting up, and then your women start earning. Like we can start with a very small number of people. Once they start, say
yes,
by next 6 months, we will have one more batch. We will know these people, how they are working. There will be some failures. There will be people who will need our guidance. But let us make it into a wholesome project that will help the woman. Let us start with that.
that is,
Yeah.
Madam, I'm humbled. Allow me to first interrupt a bit.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. This is what is always I'm always craving for this. That it even strains my mind, it strains my heart. What can I do next? My community is bad love.
Exactly. Yeah.
Myself, I'm bad love. What can we do? All the time, taxes are being pulled on us. We pay taxes, you pay this, but what comes back to us is not all that realistic. It's not worth that. As if, but now we should create the world we need. That's
Yeah,
what I'm talking about
exactly.
creating.
And
We
that's
need
where, you know,
us.
like
It's
I'm
us.
talking, that's where you, me, other people like us need to be bonded together. We need to have this community
Mm.
so that we have a circle of hands where all these women you're
Yes,
talking about are safe and they are independent.
yes,
So if we do not have that holding hand circle, all of us holding each other, these women will always fall through the gap. And that is how it has always
yes,
been starting of time. Whenever civilization started, that is exactly how it happened. Some people were efficient, they survived. Those who are inefficient kept on struggling years, hundreds of years, thousands of years. So it is not right now an option of who is efficient, who is not. Our job, you and me and everyone like us, our job is to make the people who are not efficient into efficiency and nudge them so that they
yes.
become independent. That's our job. We cannot sit and decide
I know
who is
everybody wants that.
efficient, who is not. Yeah. It is not us to judge. It is for others to judge. It's not for us to judge
Yes.
that this
Mm.
person is efficient, this person is not. The one who is efficient will get a job. The one who is not efficient will not get a job. We cannot decide that because we are dealing with our personal stories, our emotions. Like you have your mother's story. I belong to the background. I have my own story, why I am doing this. So our stories are
Mm.
defining us, because of which we cannot judge anyone. We have to
We
make
can't.
sure, yeah, we have to make sure that every single person that comes to us does something. And you will
Yes.
again find people that who have a huge capability, but because they do not have the confidence, they are not able to do things. That is also there. They have a huge capability, perhaps they have got a money saved away, but when they are asked to take the step, they are not ready to take the step. They feel that we will
Yes.
not be able to do. So that is where we have so many things like a buddy, a person who is already into business helps a person who is starting first. We have mentors like you and
Yes.
me pushing them. We have a parallel organization like World Pulse that works on funding these women who have already started on their journey. So we have everything, and after that, if we still need things, we can always apply for the government. The reason why I'm telling the government last is because their resources has to spread to everyone. So that becomes limited into reaching us. There are so many steps that we cannot expect from the government. Laws and rules and regulations are everywhere in each government, but till you and me take the responsibility and ownership of growing our own community, this thing will never happen. So I think I can connect with you in exactly that way. So our job will be to mentor and hold them so that they go for say 6 months. We touch them, understand them, push them so that they are started. And once I have seen it is assured actually, first 2 months they struggle in whatever capacity they are. Once that money becomes regular, it automatically becomes a cycle and they develop that confidence. So after the first means I'm talking about the initial cycle, after that initial cycle twice is completed, normally the women are confident enough to do that. So that setup is now needed for you and me to work on.
Actually, in the area where I'm located,
Yes.
when the idea came up, I started sharing with colleagues around and
Okay.
other members. People were welcoming the idea. People were welcoming the idea. So they told me, don't just talk about it, because when you talk about it, it
Yes.
remains in words.
Exactly.
Move ahead and implement. So I took the legal rights of writing the constitution, drafting the
Okay.
constitution,
Okay.
and I registered. I'm in the process, in the final touches actually now. The certificate is with me. I'm just
Okay.
remaining with the paperwork to sign,
Okay.
then to go to the bank, to be authorized to go in the bank and open up the
Yes.
NGO
Account. Yeah.
bank account.
Okay.
And the name for the organization, I gave it STEAM, the Light
Yes.
for Women and Youth in African Community. I think other details I can be sharing with you later when I think I will have now provide you with my email.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So,
now I don't trust
yeah.
so much
So after
social
this,
media.
yeah, let the NGO start and get registered. But that is admin work. Simply speaking, it is admin work. Where I come in is where I start talking with the woman. So my next step is you set up when you can, like in two weeks or something. You set up. I need to talk to the woman, like I could understand and connect with you today talking to you. I need to talk with the woman and let us mutually come what that community expects. What is their main priority for? What type of guidance are they looking for? What type of mentorship are they exactly looking for? And how much? Like, is it going to be spoon feeding? Is it going to be buddy system, like I told you? Or is it just me? They already have that initiative from my father back from my position here. I just make sure that they're doing it. So I need to talk to this woman and find out what type of push they want from us, because you cannot always hold their hand and do everything. They have to be independent themselves.
Yes. Did I get you well?
Yeah.
Where are you saying that we need to have that meeting with them? That
Yes.
meeting, you told the members you told me to look for,
Yeah.
then so that you can talk to them, you
Yes.
understand their background. Is
Yes.
it that? Oh
Yes.
yes, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. And actually on the board, it
Yeah.
is women leading. I'm just there because I'm the founder, is me who is bearing the vision as I train and orient someone who's going to take over. But
Okay.
as for the start, I
Okay.
signed as the CEO for the organization, but
Okay.
the secretary, the finance administration, the vice CEO, all those categories are women.
Okay.
We just have very few members. Maybe the
Okay, no,
coordinator is
it
a
doesn't
man.
matter. It
And
doesn't
the
matter that way. What I will do is once you
Mm.
set up a meeting, I will have a PowerPoint presentation in Zoom where I will show the slides so that you can write down, those women can write down and then tell me what are their expectations. Like I write, like you have your vision in front of you. So when you speak out, you know what your vision for the NGO is. I will ask each woman when there is a meeting, what is their expectation of themselves, where they want to see themselves 3 months, 6 months, 1 year from now, what are their problems they're lagging. I'll just put it in a PowerPoint slide and share it with you in Facebook Messenger itself, so that you know that this is the questions that are going to be asked from the woman. And if you feel comfortable, you can also share with them so that they can think in their brain for a few days before they come and attend the meeting.
yes,
That will work
yes,
better. That will work better, having it in a positive format to understand where they see themselves, because once they set their themselves, then we have to push them a bit more. If they see themselves, say 3 years from now, we have to bring it to a position where they are confident to think of themselves 6 months from now. That is the amount we have to push them forward. They cannot expect that for 3 years they are going to be supported. They have to think of a position and a situation where in the worst case they are given support for 6 months. That is where they need to be. So that is, are you getting me? So that is what is expected. And I will just give me this by this Saturday. I am normally freely, so I will share with you the PowerPoint slide, what is expected of them, what questions I need. Means like today both of us were talking. Next, when we have the meeting, the woman in your community is going to talk, and I am going to record and listen to them based on the PowerPoint presentations I make. Is that okay with you then?
that is much working.
Okay, okay.
Then I'm
Absolutely.
also requesting,
Yeah.
is it okay if you share me with this meeting so that I can go through it? Because where I am, there is a bit kind of noisy. Some
Yes.
things I'm not picking well.
Okay, fine.
So this
Yeah.
will
You
help
want
me
me to share
guide
this
me.
today's recording with you? I will definitely do it. No problem.
Yes.
Okay, definitely I will
Is it
do
okay
it.
if we use emails?
Yes, yes. That's what I'm
Is it
saying.
okay
I work
if
on
we use
email. Yeah.
emails?
Because email is something that is easily accessible, because phone is, it can go out of signal, but email is something that I will access at the end of the day, every day.
And it's very confidential. That's why I don't trust much
Yes.
social media.
Yes.
In this struggle, I've experienced a lot of scammers trying to
Yeah,
manipulate me,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm happy
Exactly.
that when someone tells you, let's have a meeting, like now we have a practical meeting.
Yeah,
Yes, we have not seen each other physically, but now we can
yeah,
connect now. We really trust now each other. Yeah, I've just been texting someone you don't know, someone I've not seen, but
yeah. Exactly.
I thank you for the courage and care you've put forward. This is a stronger ground.
No, it's
We are
not.
going to
You know,
flourish,
I
I'm
belong
sure.
to World Pulse, and World Pulse is a community we are spread all over the world. I am the
Mm.
ambassador for South Africa, whole of South Africa. So, World Pulse is a community that handpicks its women. So, based on the community work. So, if you are associated with World Pulse and you have your independent organization, just remember it's sort of an umbrella over your head. So even if you're walking alone, you always have that support system at the back of you to guide you when you falter. So having that gives you a bit of a more confidence than we can talk about when we are struggling alone. That's why I'm telling, no, we have to build a community of holding each other, so that all these women who are looking forward for us to change their lives can actually do that. And it should not be something false promises that we are making. This is what they expected from us, and this is what we can provide. Right at the start, if we are very clear, there is always less confusion. That's always better. So that's why I'm saying I would like to talk to the women and understand what they are expecting. That is very essential. You set up that meeting for me, and I definitely look forward to working together. It will not be a long process, let me tell you, because no, I work, that's why I'm saying I do work with women centric groups, pan Africa, different countries of Africa. That's why I'm saying it will not be a struggle motivating women, because once they realize that they have something to push them, women are normally, they do it. They can do it. It's not like, frankly speaking, working with men is tougher than working with women. They just need a little bit of motivation, and you can say they need their path to be chalked. If they have a definite clear goal and plan, women can do everything themselves. That's definitely there. It's not because I am a woman I'm talking. I have worked with both men and women. I have found that men needs more guidance as compared to a woman, and woman comes up with plans. Means when you have the second meeting, you will automatically, you will also be saying, I didn't know that these ladies I knew so long have these ideas. They will definitely come
I'm
up with wonderful ideas which we can integrate when we start this program together. That is
actually
what
have someone who has even a testimony.
sorry.
There is one lady who has a testimony. Some
Okay.
lady has a testimony.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
a primary
please.
teacher.
Yeah.
She's a primary teacher.
Okay.
She has been earning very small, and sometimes they would not pay. Like now, when we went for the
Yeah.
lockdown,
Yeah.
she didn't receive the salary, and this salary is only when you are in school, you receive
Yeah.
salary. If you're not in school, you don't receive
No, you
salary.
don't.
So
Yeah.
they left school without anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I left my workplace, I had some little money, and she told me, my fellow co-teacher, I'm really struggling, and I don't know how to manage life.
Yeah.
So then now, what can we do? What best can you do around it? Like, yes, I've heard you talk about so many things, but can you advise me any small thing where we can put something small, little money? I can do working on that every day, because we are going to sit down and we don't see even where the government is going to intervene to help us.
Yeah.
So I just gave her something small to start making some pastries.
Okay.
Is the Uganda word sumbusa?
Yeah.
I will write the English. You know sumbusa?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, I know samosa.
This
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
tomorrow I will take a photo when I go to her place. I will
Yeah.
take a photo, then I send to you. She's making some small things and selling and earning something, some small money,
Okay. Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
making her life live.
Yeah.
I think that lady
That
should
is
be part of that
exactly.
meeting.
Yeah, but you know why
That
she could do it? Because she is already a primary school teacher. She's always
mm,
already used to inspiring women or inspiring young children. So she has
yeah,
that capability to do it herself. But when you are coming to a
yes,
woman from who has been very afraid all her life, who has never taken a step without a male decision, then we have to push that person. That will not be the similar way as the primary school teacher. We have to
yeah,
think of those weak people who have never taken a single decision of their own in life. So that is where we
that
will
is
need
very
to
true.
push. Yeah, we will need to push a little more. That is where we'll need to push
So
more for the teachers who means where the people are having a basic education. We will have to push less. So that's how we have to work. Yeah.
when do you suggest this next meeting to be?
You just tell me within 2 weeks, I think, or if you think like with the lockdown you need 3 weeks, you tell me, no problem. 2 weeks, don't make it more than 3 weeks, or else the process becomes slow, because we are just at the you can say not even implementation, we are still in the planning and processing stage. Once the planning and processing is done, we can chalk out a plan for implementing. If we do not have an implementing plan, if I am a woman, like any woman does, I will say this project is not going to be very comfortable for me. So before a woman starts working, they will need the implementation plan already in their hand. So if I do not have any knowledge of their mind, their thought process, I will not be able to help with implementation or anything. So then the
I'm
process will
asking.
become slow. Yeah.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Like now we have agreed,
Yeah.
we need to meet these women also. You also meet
Yes.
them, you see them, then you see what is their
Yes.
perspective, what is their
Yes.
motivation, so that
Yes.
you also orient them more, you encourage them
Yes.
to move forward.
Exactly.
Then
Yes.
I'm requesting you to inform me when do you suppose that meeting to be
like
with them, the
like I
meeting with
just
the
said, yeah, 2 to 3 weeks. You tell me anytime. You talk to the women and say, because they have to decide with their families. I am alone. You are alone. It's not tough for us to meet. All those women have to meet. So tell them to set up a suitable time, and then I will coordinate from you.
so are you saying when I reach to them, then I get their feedback, once they
Yeah.
are ready, I contact you?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, fine. I will do
Yeah.
that. I will do the needful.
Yes.
I'm going
Absolutely.
to pass around.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Take your time, don't rush, because they will need a little bit of counseling and processing, and getting ready to do something is always the way the brain plays. It's more ready than, it takes more time getting ready than actually implementing a plan. So
Yeah.
You have to do that hard work of making them ready for success.
I will move around in my community. I will do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, absolutely.
Is it okay? I share my email here.
You send it in Messenger, because here, if you share it, if it is not saved, I will delete it again. So it's better I keep it
Because
and
in
I share
Messenger
my,
there,
yeah,
I will share in Messenger.
yeah, yeah.
You also use WhatsApp?
No, no,
You don't?
no, I don't.
I see WhatsApp is very convenient and very secure than Messenger to
No,
me.
because 2 years back, based on my type of work, you get so many messages that it gets overwhelming for you. So I stopped. It's around 2 years
Oh,
back I have stopped. So now I
yeah.
don't.
So
Yeah,
I know important things for our program. We shall be using emails
yeah, yeah. That is
because social
better.
media, I
Yeah.
rarely trust it so much to
No,
disclose all that.
social media,
To,
is only for showing when you're successing in something. When you are doing the
mm,
planning, if you look at my post, you will understand. When something is done, then you show it on social media that this is what you have achieved. Before that, it is better to be silent. Means that is my
because like
modest
this,
way of working.
because like at first, I just started putting my photo on social media. Then like people would over disturb. People you don't know, someone picks the photo, then it begins goes to steal money, uses your photo, downloads it and uses it for a wrong cause. And
Yeah,
that's why I
that's the
was
thing.
stated.
Yeah, I'm just stopping the
Yeah.
recording. Yeah, yeah. So like I was just telling to you, I
Yes.
believe, and I always have believed, that if you are educating a woman, if you are giving them responsibility and making them a success, you are only not only building the woman that you are educating, you are also bringing on all the future generations that are going to be coming after her. Right now, as we are talking with William, he says that how his mother brought him up has got a profound impact on what he is today. So his mother has planted the seed for not only him, all the future generations that are going to come from him. So one single woman, if that person can contribute so much in changing the community around, just think that if you have got 20, 40, 100,000 women, how the whole world, I'm not talking about only Africa, how the whole
Yeah.
world will balance itself. Because right now, if you look, no part of the world is balanced. Everywhere there is a sort of a problem, whether it's power problem, whether it is political problem, whether it is economic problem, the world is going through a turmoil. And I believe women leaders, women from simple women whom we assume as a nobody, are the people who have actually got the capability of carrying the forward generation. And that is something that I am very happy that I could be a part, even if it's in Uganda. And with the current lockdown, I don't know when I'm going to meet you, but definitely in the near future, I will be meeting and look forward to setting up that ICT hub with you. So, like our time
I'm
is
also,
getting off, yeah, let us start
I'm
from
also
the
looking to
journey.
that.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm
Let
also looking
us,
to that today.
yeah, we share a
I'm
common
also
vision of getting all the women established and successful in life. So, with this common
yes.
vision, let us carry this story forward like we just discussed, and let us meet up soon. Thank you.